Alright, to watch this video for Tuesday, April 3rd. You probably know if you watched my video last night, I wasn't there today. I had jury duty. And I'm making this video about 30 minutes before I have to call in to find out if I have to go tomorrow. My group never even got called in, so I went and sat around all day and hoping I'm done, but I may have to go tomorrow. So if you're in the chat room, Wayne will let you know. Alright, anyway. So, ugly day in the spot. We actually closed below the 200-day IC. Had this nasty flush in February, and we're actually coming close to retesting the February lows. So, and I've been saying this for a little bit, that it's kind of an ugly market right now. It feels pretty weak. Having said that, I still was able to put a list together after looking at a bunch of charts tonight. ARQL is what I meant to type. For stocks that I want to watch on Tuesday. So this one is just super strong. I would have preferred to have this on watch yesterday or coming into today because you had a strong stock on a 3-day pullback to the 8-day moving average. Hole number 3 might become an inflection point, but instead I didn't have it on watch. So it's strong today, and if you consider how weak the market was today, I want to watch this one tomorrow. It's obviously great relative strength. OCX, I'll tell you what, this one. It was in the video coming into today, and I said I didn't really trust it. Now you've got kind of a quiet inside day. Looking at it tonight, I realized it's a nickel spreader. And today, only 250,000 shares. So I'm certainly not in love with it, but maybe something's up with it. Definitely want to watch it. YTEN. I like this really for a couple reasons. One, it gets major moves at times, right? So back here in December, massive move. And then back in mid-March, another really nice move, and it's really held support pretty well. And again, you've got a pretty strong volume day and closing above. It's open on a really weak day, so this one actually looks good to me going into tomorrow. TNDM. This one, very strong stock lately. I'd like to see it come back down, maybe retest the 200-day. So I really don't love this going into tomorrow, but again, when you consider, sound like a broken record, when you consider how weak the market was today, this thing actually held up pretty well, so we'll start watching it again tomorrow. SSC, another good relative strength, and another one where I would have rather had it on watch today because you had a nice pop and a 3-day pullback. So it always feels like chasing when I'm looking at something that's kind of far away from these moving averages, the 8 and the 20. But relative strength is impressive, so we're going to watch that one too. SLS, probably one of the strongest stocks out there today. Massive volume, closed fairly strong, all things considered. We'll watch that. Maybe a red to green tomorrow. HEB, I don't love this, but if you go to intraday, it got all of its volume pretty much came, in the last hour and a half or so. There's 5 minutes. So it got really big volume there. Makes me think maybe something's up. The daily chart I don't really love because, one, I don't like to trade stuff under $1, and this is under 50 cents. And it's kind of pushed up into a lot of supply. So it's not like near a breakout point on the daily chart, but again, with the relative strength, we'll watch it. CHCI, a little extra volume today, closing well off its highs, but then in after hours, it's trading at like $1.80 and was getting some volume. So that makes me think, hey, this is worth watching tomorrow because there's some buying going on in after hours. So we'll keep CHCI on watch. This is BlackBerry. 4 red days down, took out the 200-day. You have some price support back here from November and December, and it's gotten here in a hurry. So just looking for a snapback bounce in that one tomorrow. NXPI actually was on bounce watch today, I think. And then another red day, kind of closing. It appears the 200-day, but kind of worked its way right back up and closed right around the 200-day. Also testing some price support from back here in February. So if there's a market bounce, this is a pretty good candidate for a bounce tomorrow. With that daily chart. LFIN. Now this one, how do I word this? How do I talk about this stock without cussing? I mean, I have a feeling it's just stupid thin. I haven't even watched it trade. But one of the scans I run every night is like stocks that are down 4 days in a row. And then I just go through a bunch of charts to see if any of them are interesting. And this is that one that gapped up this day and had a low of, let me get this right, a low of $35 and a high of 142. Can that be right? Did it really do that? Anyway, and then it had this crazy run from the 30s to the 70s and then just fell off a cliff all of a sudden. You can see, though, again, if you think about this, this thing was hit a high on this day of 74.50, and that was like a week ago, right? And from 74.50 down to 14 in 5 sessions. And even on the biggest volume day of this nasty sell-off, still didn't hit 5 million shares. So, and today, this looks like a narrow candle, but that's because it's relative to the other ones. But today, it still had a range of 18.20 was the high and 13.60 was the low. So almost $5 in range, even though this candle looks really small. And it did that on 1.5 million shares, 1.5 million. So that tells me that this thing's got to be stupid spready and crazy whippy. And I'm not really, I'm extremely doubtful that I'll trade this thing. But with a proper setup, you might get a $2 or $3 or $4 move in this. So I'm going to watch it. But just understand all the caveats I just gave you. It's going to be very dangerous in my opinion. But I'll wait and see it trade. And then Dropbox, I went ahead and threw this one on. I thought I saw, looking through the chat room logs, which again, I wasn't there today, but I thought I saw somebody posted Spotify comes public tomorrow. Not that Spotify and Dropbox are the same stock, but this, the two huge recent IPOs, well, Spotify tomorrow, and this is a recent one here. You can see what Dropbox was crazy. It was all over the place and then ripped to new highs, then almost back to the middle of its range now after the last couple days. Anyway, Dropbox has fallen from an intraday on Thursday. Remember, the market was closed on Friday. Intraday high of 34.36 to an intraday low today of 29.31. And as stupid as this sounds, if Spotify gets busy to the upside tomorrow, maybe the market shows some strength and Spotify rips or something, people might say, hey, Dropbox was also a recent IPO and it's holding up fairly well relative to the market. And they might pile into this one too. Having said that, I've watched this thing trade a lot in the, whatever it is, 6 days it's been public, and I hate the way this thing trades. But anyway, I'm going to put it on Bounce Watch. Don't forget to watch Spotify, SPOT. I don't know what time it's going to open tomorrow, but there might be some trades in that one too. So really, even on an ugly day, in an ugly market and after an ugly day, I still feel like there's plenty to watch tomorrow. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Check the description of this video below for a really special offer on a lifetime membership to our chat room. I threw the price, and I'm keeping it for a while because it got huge demand. The price that when I started GreatStockPicks.com in 2004, it was like Pristine.com and me back then. We're still kicking, and actually better than ever. So we had a really, really low price on a lifetime membership back then. On our normal sign-up page, we don't even offer a lifetime membership. But in that description of this video, we brought back that lifetime membership. That's the only place you'll find it. It's not anywhere on the normal sign-up page. And we went ahead and brought back the 2004 price. So leaving that up for a while. All right, I'm done babbling. See y'all tomorrow.